You are listening to a pleasure podcast. For more from our sex podcast collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
When you have your dick all contorted like that, does it feel like it's hard enough that it can play piano?
What do you mean it contorted?
Well, I don't know what's going on over there.
Doing,
What is going on?
Contorting my penis?
I don't know what you're doing when you're doing
making
it.
knots with it?
What are you doing with it?
I'm masturbating and it just doesn't ejaculate.
Okay.
What's so hard to understand about this?
All right, we're not going back there again. I just was curious as to if you could play piano.
It's uncomfortable to talk about sex, but sometimes it's important to get uncomfortable. Sex Talk with My Mom is the best mom-son podcast about sex.
It's the only one as well.
My mother is a cougar.
My son is a clown.
In a nutshell, my dad died, so my mother decided to create a YouTube channel all about sex, like all mothers do.
And then my son decides to use my material in his stand-up comedy routines.
And thus, Sex Talk with My Mom was born. Welcome to Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
We are chatting about sex, my friends, for your amusement.
And education.
Really, you find us educational?
Well, last week we had an educational guest on.
Oh, we had Ian Kerner on, the doctor.
The doctor who gave me an A+, I think.
Yeah, we went through my mother's sex script. She went through a very detailed analysis of what she does in the bedroom with D's.
And apparently I got some feedback from people, namely one person who said that you handled it very well.
Who said I handled it well?
Dr. Nancy Sutton-Pierce.
Another doctor.
Yeah, she thought you handled it well.
Yeah, I thought so too. For some reason, at this point,
Nothing.
it doesn't faze me. I don't
Nothing.
care that you... It actually, something is good about the fact that you have a good sex life with these.
Why? What is good?
Well, imagine it would be so much more awkward if you came to this interview and was just spouting off about how you had a shitty sex life,
Oh,
and then
can
I
you
had to
imagine?
listen to that shit.
Oh my God. And he'd be like, well, have you tried this and this and this? And I'd be like, well, we were swinging from the rafters.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Swinging from the rafters. You use that phrase all the time.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
You know what it reminds me of is at camp, there was these...
Oh, I know what you're talking
There
about.
would be little boys swinging from the rafters.
Namely your brother. I never
no.
knew. I'd come in there and I'd find him up in the rafters.
Okay, when I was there, as a 9-year-old, there were 2 kids that would get naked and they would swing from the rafters at night.
That's attractive.
Very bizarre.
You know what that reminds me of?
Huh.
This reminds me of a story of your father's fraternity.
Okay.
So in the olden days, before they had cell phones, we used to have what's known as telephone booths. And they look like a glass enclosed booth around a payphone, okay?
Oh, yeah. I remember we went to a restaurant that had one of these things.
Right. So as
Friday. It was TGI Fridays.
Yeah. So as initiation to their pledges, the older guys, they would knock on their door and they would say, it's an emergency. Someone's calling on the payphone downstairs. You need to run down and answer the phone. So these kids are like thinking it's their parents and it's something's really bad or whatever. They would run down, they'd jump into this glass booth, and then they would just hear, ah! And it was a little Italian dude. They named him Penis, and he would be naked, and he would be at the top of this phone booth, and the kids would look up and they'd be freaked out because it looks like this giant bat or something is on top of them and screaming naked with the dick hanging out. The best part is when one kid looked up and he sees this crazy lunatic screaming naked at the top of the phone booth, and he goes, Mom? He just turns right back to the phone call.
Okay, so back to Ian Kerner. Did you have any takeaways from that you wanted to share? Did it affect your life in any ways?
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of porn being not a taboo subject. And if you need to get in the mood quickly, it's a good little piece of foreplay.
Did it inspire you to use more porn?
Yeah. As soon as the next time we had sex, I said, let's put on some porn.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not quite sure if it was ethical porn. In fact, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But it was a great scene of a bunch of Czechoslovakian people naked in a room, a ton of them, and they're all just going at it.
When you're watching this with D's, are you analyzing what the fuck was going on?
How did you know?
Yeah.
Of course, we are looking going, who's this guy? What's this guy doing? Oh, this girl's doing this. They look like they're having fun.
Well, I would hope so.
Well,
in which case, it could be ethical porn. Who knows?
I thought it has to do with if you pay for it or not, which I'm fairly
it does.
certain
A
that
lot
I
of
did
it
not
does.
pay for it.
Yeah. Another large part about ethical porn is that the people involved, it's for everyone's pleasure.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you they look like they're all having a great time in Czechoslovakia.
I was very affected by Ian Kerner.
What was your takeaway?
Well, I realized during the interview how much the quick draw McGraw is affecting my confidence when, going out there.
But you don't even know if that's still going to be an issue for you. It may
It'll
not
be a fucking issue.
How do you know that?
Well, maybe not anymore because I ended up going down a very, very deep rabbit hole into seed retention.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm talking about qigong,
Oh, no.
seed retention. How do I get that sperm to not come out, or that semen is just stuck in my balls?
Is this like the no fap thing?
No, because it is. You're supposed to masturbate. You're supposed to pleasure yourself, and then you just don't ejaculate.
All right.
And
why are you doing
I'm
this?
reading Mantak Chia.
Oh,
this
Jesus.
guy is a fucking legend in with regard to this shit. You're not going to believe what happened though.
What? I will believe it, unfortunately.
So I have another friend who's also interested in this. So we're kind of accountability buddies about this.
What does that mean?
We both masturbate, and then we call each other and say, "Did you ejaculate? No, good." It's very unpleasant to do this.
So basically, you're trying to get blue balls. This is you're attempting to get blue balls.
Yes,
For what
but
reason?
essentially, if you do it correctly, you're not supposed to get blue balls because you're bringing the chi or the energy. You're converting the jing into chi, and you're bringing the energy from the balls all the way up to the crown chakra, and then into the dantian, which is like right near the navel. What? Yes, your hand is up.
I'm going on record saying that this does not sound like a good idea.
Well, here's...
As a matter of fact, I think it could be detrimental and maybe cause cancer.
Okay, so this...
I don't like it.
I actually was feeling some great benefits from this. I was getting all horned up. It actually created some issues on its own in that I went on several dates and I could not...
What was going on?
I had an erection the whole time. And I was wearing pants like these where the dick was just... poking out. I could not even I kept trying to tuck it. I could not tuck enough. It got to the point where we're ending the date.
Wait, do these women, are they able to see this? Is this on Zoom or is this in person?
They gotta be blind if they don't see it. It's not that I have the biggest dick, but it's just the fact that it's very clear that I have a tent coming out of my... I can't even... I'm walking around. They're taking walks, because we're out in public. I'm walking around with a huge erection.
Why are you doing this?
I couldn't help myself. I've been in solitary confinement the past year and a half.
No, it's because you're doing this weird thing to your dick.
Well, I'm getting all horned up, and I don't have any release. So I got a lot of life force in me. And I tried to hug this person. My ass was so far away from her because I was scared I was going to touch her leg. She must have seen what was going on.
She might have taken as a compliment that you're turned on by her.
Who is going to be... There's a difference between compliment and weird. This person walking around with a fucking erection.
Before you even meet her, you say hello. Got this big boner sticking out.
I swear to God.
Like, she probably thought, what the fuck is wrong with this weird fuck?
I couldn't, in the whole time, I'm trying to focus on the conversation, but I'm also focused on how do I get my hand in my pants to move my dick out underneath the fucking waistband.
With your nail polish that's shipping off.
Yeah, I got the nail polish good. Okay, but let me rewind.
This whole story sounds insane.
So it came to a head last night. Pun intended.
Pun intended?
It came to a head last night. I don't know. I think I overdid it on the masturbation. I'm getting better at not... I just don't come, and I'm used to that now.
Now you're going to wish you did because this is going to fuck you up even further. Now you're going from one extreme to the other.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I started feeling a sensation. It felt like my bladder was so full.
All right, this
and
is
I couldn't
not good.
I peed and it just would not go away.
You're going to cause a urinary tract infection.
I had blue balls in my blue balls, and I had blue balls above my penis.
Okay, this
is
not.
So I don't
good.
know what to do. So
I'll tell you what you do.
What?
You just fucking ejaculate. That's what you do.
So I called my accountability partner. I said, first I texted him. I said, emergency, my Danten is full right now. I need to fucking do something over here. So he starts sending me articles to read. I go, should I just jerk off and ejaculate?
Yes.
And he's like, you can do this. You can do that. And so I eventually go into a headstand position because I heard that could help.
Oh my God.
I'm on my head.
Are you naked in a headstand position?
Naked in a headstand on speakerphone with him as he's reading the fucking articles about the fucking sea of chi that I'm supposed to move it from and how to, push my PC muscle together to get it to move that energy up. And then he's reading, and suddenly he's like, oh, this one says that if you do it for too long and you're not actually moving the energy, it can lead to some very toxic gases in there. Oh,
Yes.
we should move away from this one.
Move away from this one.
He's just
How about does this not dawn on you that this is going to cause you major problems later on? You're going to have like that strangulation when your nuts strangle each other. Do you never hear about that?
Testicular torsion?
Yes.
No, it's not testicular torsion.
You're
But
going to have something like this.
I swear to God, when I eventually ejaculate.
Wait, you
with
didn't
whoever,
ejaculate?
No, I held.
What
I held
the hell
strong.
is going on with you? Sneaky freaks. Please tell Cam. How can they communicate with you? Through text? What's the text number?
310-356.
3920. Please text him and tell him to fucking come because this is insane. This is the definition of nuts. Literally.
I went to bed last night in such agony, and I woke up this
For
morning.
what?
Balls fresh as flowers.
Okay. Maybe you came in your sleep and you didn't realize it.
No chance. I wouldn't know. It would be an explosion. You'd feel it over here.
Oh, thank you.
You
Well,
live in
I'm
a different
certain
part of town, and you would feel it would be an
it's
earthquake.
like
but
Niagara Falls over here.
yeah.
Okay. Why are we even discussing this? This is a stupid thing.
I'm on the path to harnessing my sexual energy.
Why don't you just harness your regular energy and just go come all over the place? Just stop this nonsense. You know, literally, there is something to be said. They say from ejaculation helping to prevent prostate cancer. You're causing prostate cancer. I don't like this whole idea.
I'm supposed to be having internal full body orgasms.
Well, are you?
No.
Okay, so
I'm having fucking full body gaseous pains.
Okay.
In and around my testicles, in and above my fucking pubis.
case
My
fucking
mons pubis.
close. Your mom's pubis. What? You know what?
I don't have a mons pubis.
Okay, stop with this nonsense. I don't want to hear about it any further. If you do this again, I don't want to hear when you're in the hospital telling the doctors. This emergency room doctor might have been freaked out.
I think it makes me more irritable.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Mom's News has something to do with this.
Should we cut right to Mom's
I think
News?
we have to go to Mom's News right now.
It's time for Mom's News. Mom's News. Mom's News. Mom's News, the segment of the show where my mother shares groundbreaking, need-to-know info for your education, honestly. Your worldly education.
And this article, it goes directly with what you're discussing because this guy's another whack and a half.
Where is it from?
It's from the Toronto Sun.
Okay.
Okay.
We're moving up from the mirror.
Yeah. Docs use saw to cut DIY sex toy off junkie's penis. Okay?
Okay,
Who
hold
does
on,
this
hold
sound
on.
like? Okay.
Docs,
Yes.
like doctors, use a saw
Yes.
to cut
I will explain.
a DIY sex toy
Yes.
off of a junkie's penis.
It says, balls to that. A Moroccan junkie's do-it-yourself sex toy to cut off his blood supply to his penis had to be cut off with an electric saw.
Oh my God.
Both his penis and scrotum became swollen,
Oh.
blue and cold. Does this sound familiar?
No, mine were very hot. Very hot and bulbous.
And cold to the touch
Red.
as a result from his drug-fueled, hormone-charged hijinks. But even when he arrived at the hospital, he remained erect.
Oh my God.
That sounds familiar.
That does sound familiar.
A shocking 12 hours after squeezing his bits through a steel ring.
Oh!
At the hospital, he admitted that he used a 4-centimeter in diameter gold ring to maintain an erection while masturbating.
Oh.
You should be friends with this guy. You guys can get on a Zoom call together with him and your other idiot friend. At the Marrakesh,
Become an accountability partner.
he can be a very good accountability partner when he's not doing drugs. At the Marrakesh Hospital, University Hospital, medics first used bolt cutters to remove the ring, but their efforts fell flat. Docs using a rotating saw eventually succeeded in freeing the imprisoned penis.
Could you imagine being the doc? You might fucking shear that thing right off.
Well, they do go into that. But according to the urology case reports, cold water had to be constantly applied to cool the area and keep the saw from frying his phallus.
Oh my God.
The unidentified man's genitals returned to normal color and size without any lingering damage. But the doctor wrote in the case files, genital decompression should be as quick as possible to try to recover the external genital organs. The electric saw is very useful, particularly for devices with large thickness, but it is absolutely necessary to take precautions so as not to damage the underlying tissues.
He's done this before, or she's done this before?
Dr. Abel has apparently just put together a file about this. And finally, penis strangulation can be serious, and in some cases, doctors are forced to amputate the entire penis so gangrene doesn't spread.
Oh my God.
Now, if this is not a sign, I had no idea the story you're going to tell, but if this is not a sign to tell you that you should not be messing around with your dick, I don't know what is.
You think I should just go ejaculate?
You go fucking ejaculate, preferably in your own apartment, away from my apartment.
Because I do have a migraine right now. Do you think this is related to
100%
the fact
related.
that I have
Yes.
completely blue testicles right now?
Yes.
Actually, right now I feel I feel nothing.
That's
Tapping
good.
away, I
yeah,
feel
because
nothing.
your dick probably fell off. It's lonely. It got depressed, and it just left.
I think until I read the full Montauk Chia, the multi-orgasmic man, I don't think I should go into this anymore. It's
agree.
making me way too horned up.
Yes.
I already am ready to pounce onto someone. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And by the way,
I appreciate that
can't even,
mom's news.
I can't even thank you.
This is the most useful mom's news we've had to date.
Moms. I can't even imagine, by the way, if you did have a date where you finally got your dick out, how fast you would come putting this pressure on yourself. Can you just imagine? You would come within like 10 seconds at the very most.
I will say that it has kind of reframed my mind in like, oh, just don't come. Like, you could keep pleasuring yourself and riding these waves of pleasure, but just stop right before you come. I have gotten used to that.
All right, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see when you are actually you have this fucking huge boner just walking down the street, and you're gonna be with a girl. She's gonna be naked, and you think that you're gonna be able to maintain your composure. You're gonna probably come before you take your pants off.
God.
You'll be like unzipping your pants. Oops, there goes.
God damn it. All right.
Anyway,
Moving right along. You know, I will say this is actually a great segue into Uber Lube to save the day.
Oh yeah, you've been using a lot of Uber Lube.
Believe it or not, last night I veered away from Uber Lube.
Why?
And I used a water-based lube.
And
Horrible decision. Could be the reason why I got all the fucking bloating that I had.
Oh, you're blaming it on the lube. It has nothing to do with you restraining like that.
Well, it got so fucking dry because it dried up.
TMI, Cam.
This is why we need Uber Lube.
Uber Lube is the best. Number one, lube.
High-grade silicone lubricant.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Made with simple ingredients and vitamin E, and it doesn't dry up on you when you're using it. It just creates this perfect, consistent layer, and when you're done using it, it kind of just feels like a moisturizer into your skin because it's got that vitamin E.
Right.
And very pH-friendly. Dermatologists recommend it.
No smell, no taste. Great for oral, anal, and vaginal sex. We know this. And if you're with a partner and you guys just don't feel like having penetration, you just want to just get it off, Uber Lube is perfect for that. It's like a mutual masturbation thing. You put a little on him, he puts a little on you, you put a little on her, she put a little on you. You know, back and forth, back and forth.
You put a little on yourself. It's a phenomenal thing.
Stick it in every hole you got.
Stick it in every fucking hole. It's very body friendly. It's our favorite lube. And if you don't have a good lube, get yourself some Uber Lube. You'll get 10% off and free shipping when you go to uberlube.com and use promo code MOM at checkout. That's uberlube.com. Use promo code MOM. You'll get that 10% off and free shipping, baby. Mother, what do I see here about OnlyFans?
Yeah, well, that goes from another segment that we're doing called Hit On or Shit On.
Okay, you ready for Hit On or Shit On?
Yeah, because we're not really sure if we're being hit on or shit on.
And we need your help, folks. You send us a lot of DMs. You slide into those texts. You fucking hit us up on TikTok. And we don't know if you're hitting on us or shitting on us. So we're going to read some of these and determine.
Right. So that's the one I was going to say. So I'm guessing this is a hit on for me. It was on my TikTok. And it said, when's the OnlyFans link going to drop?
Oh, that's definitely a hit on.
So I'm thinking.
He wants some nudes.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking I'm going to join OnlyFans and just frustrate the shit out of people.
You're going to create blue balls.
That's right.
Why are you going to do that?
I don't know, because there's some famous celebrities that are on there that don't do shit. They don't show anything.
How do you know? Are you on there?
No, I heard about this.
So you're going to join OnlyFans?
I'm thinking of it.
You know you're going to join it, and then next thing you know, you're putting up nudes of yourself.
Me?
100%.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get asked that all the time on Patreon. I never put up any nudes. They're lucky if they even see a nipple slip. which doesn't happen either.
You're doing nip slips on there?
No, I never do nip slip. I was going to say that would be the highlight of their entire time on Patreon if that's what they're looking for.
All right. Well, that's
So that was
that's definitely a hit on.
Now I saw something about that. I'm guessing it has to do with you. Someone who's constantly talking about your hair is Maggie Moo.
Yeah, fucking Maggie Moo.
Well, she left another comment.
Okay.
And it says, "Looking hot, Cam, all shampooed up."
What's going
Smiley
on?
face, smiley
What's
face.
going on?
Yeah.
Why is there a commentary on my fucking hair cleanliness?
I don't know, but I guess she thought that your hair was looking good finally. So she's complaining about you needing to take a shower or shampoo your hair. This time she said she noticed that your hair was looking good.
Would she do this if we were just, we were walking around, we ran into each other on the street, and would she comment and say, "Hey, your hair is looking quite clean today"?
I think she would.
Or, "Hey, your hair looks like a fucking rat's nest and you haven't showered in a few days"?
I think she would. And you know who else would?
Yeah.
Both your grandmothers.
Yep, I'm going to see them. I've been debating about whether to take off this nail polish before I get to them.
Yeah, you got to take off the nail polish because they're gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna cause early deaths on both those grandparents' parts. You cannot do this.
My grandpa gets the manicures.
Not black or purple or dark plum, whatever you have going on over there.
They're black? What are you making out that dark plum?
What color are they?
They're black.
All right. I don't know why all of a sudden you want to look goth.
It was just my entry into this whole world. Trust me, when I get back from this trip to Chicago where everyone is fucking square,
Yes.
I'm going to be painting my nails all tropical colors. What?
That's going to look lovely. You want to read the next one here? Oh, you got to read what his name is.
It's horn.ee 7 inches. Horny 7 inches replied to Karen Lee Potter saying, "Yeah, I'm stroking it while watching this." Heart face.
I guess that's a hit on.
So you gathered the hit on or shit on today.
I just figured I'd pull that one up.
Oh, we'll just pull that one up. No. 2 of them clearly wanting to fuck you, and one of them clearly commenting on my cleanliness.
Wait, she said looking
looking
hot.
hot.
Looking hot.
All right, I'll take the hot.
Now, the reason I brought this
I'm going
up,
to ignore the rest of that.
horny 7 inches. You talk about, would you ever say that to someone in an elevator either? Oh, I'm thinking of like masturbating to you right this second.
Yeah, or they call me horny 7 inches.
Yeah, I don't understand how people come up with these names on TikTok. They're outrageous, some of them.
Horny 7 inches.
Yeah.
7 inches is quite a lot.
Okay, so he's bragging about it.
Yeah, I would actually too.
Would you think that he really is 7 inches?
What you think I should make one that said ejaculating 5 inches?
Yeah, except when making a clone of Willie, I'm lucky to get 3 inches.
No. Actually, with the clone of Willie, it's probably 5 inches, and the actual is probably around. It's kind of like me saying I'm like 5'10" when I'm really 5'9".
I don't think anybody.
I'm aiming for 6.
You know what? And
on a good day.
And I don't think people realize that it's not the length that really matters; it's the girth.
My girth, I have no clue.
You're looking at it on a fucking daily, hourly basis, constantly. What do you mean you have no clue?
I don't know what to compare it to.
All right.
A sausage?
Yes.
Probably the thickness of a sausage.
All right, that works.
No, but there are brats and there's sausages. There's tofu sausages.
There's those little mini kosher ones.
Yeah. That could be just a little.
What are those little ones called?
Frankfurt.
Those little tiny ones, the little mini hot dogs.
Oh, you're talking about a pig in a blanket?
Yeah, a little pig in a blanket.
I don't know. If you consider the blanket, then it could be it could be similar. I don't know. Anyway, is that hit on or shit on, or do you have anything else that you want to fucking share with me about this?
I got nothing.
Oh, we actually had one that I found.
And what
Cecilia had texted us, "Is it wrong to hope that Cam will be single come September?" Asking for me because that's when I have a trip to LA planned.
Oh boy.
It's not wrong.
It's
not wrong for you to hope that.
You don't even want to have a girlfriend. You want to be able to travel freely.
I would like my dick to travel freely.
And the rest of you?
At this point, it's day by day. I'm just trying to have sex one time.
In your life?
I think one, and then I'll be good for another 3 years.
You have the once a year sex.
Once every 3 years sex. You throw in a pandemic, maybe once every 4 years.
Oh, God.
Anyway. All right, that's Hit On or Shit On. Thank you very much to everyone who participated. Of course, slide on in. 310-356.
3920.
That's it.
Cam, I shouldn't say that all exercise of your genitals is bad. There's a very important one that you should exercise, and that's for women. They're Kegel muscles.
Oh, the Kegels.
Yes, they're exercises that have proven to strengthen your orgasms and assist in bladder control and enhance sensation during sex.
How do you recommend women do this?
Use something called the Intensity by Pour Moi.
What is that intensity, mother?
It uses muscle stimulation along with the resistance of an inflatable probe to safely pinpoint those Kegel muscles and will exercise them automatically for you. It looks like a vibrator, Cam. I've tried this product and it's phenomenal.
What have you felt?
I felt a tightening of my muscles, my Kegel muscles.
Do you think you can make it stronger if
Yes.
you keep using that?
There's no question about it. And what's awesome about this is it looks like the rabbit, the vibrator rabbit, with those little bunny ears. They hit your clitoris. So you get an orgasm at the same time as you're getting this personal trainer for your vagina.
Oh, this sounds like the best day ever.
It's the best of both worlds.
I wonder if they have one for dicks.
They do not have one, as far as I know, for dicks, but I think that anyone who has a vagina will appreciate this, no matter what your age or what you've gone through in terms of childbirth, etc.
Yeah, who doesn't want stronger orgasms?
Right now, Pour Moi is offering our listeners an additional $25 off of Intensity when you go to pourmoi.com and enter code MOM at checkout. You can use this code along with any of the other codes on their website. That's 25 off on top of all the ongoing promotions when you go to pourmoi.com and use promo code MOM. Pourmoi.com, code MOM. It's French for me.
You were going to talk about a mole.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had a doctor look at my body in terms of moles for 4 years.
Okay.
I haven't had a mole check in 4 years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I go to this brand new doctor. This happens within 30 seconds. Oh, don't like the looks of that. Takes out a knife, X-Acto knifed it, and that's it.
X-Acto knifed
It
it?
took like literally like an X-Acto knife and then snip. I'm like, what the fuck? What was it? I didn't even have time to discuss it.
Oh my God.
Doesn't like, and of course the anxiety goes sky high. Like, what do you mean I don't like the looks of this?
He didn't inject you with anything?
I don't know what was going on because it all happened so fast. Before I turned, he probably did inject me. Actually, I don't know. It happened way too fast for my brain to conceptualize what was going on.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so then I started thinking, what if I do have cancer? What if he's wrong? And then he's like, well, if it is cancer, then it wasn't that deep, so I don't know what that means. And then I tuned him out after that, and I kind of freaked out.
Every time I go to the doctor, they're cutting off pieces of me. Literally, I can't even get out of the doctor's without them doing a mole check because I have so many fucking moles on me.
Oh my God! Remember that? You remember that guy? You know who I'm talking about? That your brother was little. And,
Oh, yeah.
And you guys
It was
were
a good family friend.
Yeah, he's a good family friend.
We went fishing,
Yeah.
and he would take off his shirt while he fished to get some sun.
He had a lot of hair too. on
Very
his
hairy,
back.
big man. And he would ask us to suntan lotion him. And he asked my little brother, Gerald, at one point.
Who was probably like what? Like
He probably was
five
like
or
5 or
six.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he took the suntan lotion. He was about to put it onto his back. And he goes, oh, no, I don't want to do this. There are too many worms.
Oh my God. Oh, the visual is so repulsive.
He really had a lot of moles.
A lot of moles, a lot of
Yep.
skin tags, and a
Yep.
lot of hair.
That's exactly right.
Oh my God.
That's exactly right. Thank you for bringing that into the room, Mother.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Did you want to talk about your other skin issue going on right now?
Yeah, I have other skin issues. I went in to get a couple injections in my face because as you get older, your face thins out, and the next thing you know, she's injecting.
What is she injecting you with?
She's injecting me with so many fucking things. She injected my whole face. She's an artist, and she's just like, oh, you can use a little in your temples because they look a little sunken, and a little what on here. Next thing you know, I was on 1.5 Vicodin. I don't know what the hell was going on.
You're
but
taking Vicodin, and you're just getting some shit put into your face.
I just trusted her. She's an artist. She can do it. So she starts injecting my face.
Artist?
Because listen, you'd spend that kind of money. You spend that kind of money, like I'm talking about over $1,000 on a purse or shoes or clothes. I haven't bought anything in the last.
I absolutely would not spend that kind of money.
Not you. You're too cheap. But normal people would spend money on some clothing and materialistic things. I don't do that. But my face is present at all times.
You're constantly talking about how people have plastic surgery and it's too much.
I'm not doing any plastic surgery.
What is this if not plastic surgery?
This is just a couple injectables.
What is the difference?
So she injected and it hit some sort of a little nerve or something.
Oh, God.
I don't know if it hit a nerve or a blood vessel. And the next thing you know, the whole thing turned purple.
Oh.
And yeah.
Why are you doing this?
So I decided.
You're going to end up with one of these faces that it looks like you're all puffed up.
No, that's why I'm not getting surgery done.
That is the surgery. What is the difference? You're taking Vicodin. She's putting some needles in you. And she's blowing some shit in there.
That's not the same thing. But
It's the same
anyway,
shit.
I'd like to move on to what I had to say about this.
Okay.
So I'm on my TikTok, and I normally get 100 or 200 views occasionally. And I decided to put a whole little 15-second video about me and this large purple-black bruise on my face. And within like maybe an hour, I get 3,000 views. People
like that
People
bruise.
like that shit. Do you know there's a guy on YouTube apparently that just pops people's pimples?
Oh, yeah. That's a very popular channel.
How can you watch that shit?
Ugh.
I'm
I
almost
don't watch
nauseated
that.
right
It's
now.
disgusting.
Anyway, I was just kind of surprised at the amount of love I was getting because people were concerned that somebody was.
Beating you?
Yeah, I said, well, you should see the other guy. I thought that was pretty funny.
It's hilarious, mother.
Yeah.
All right. It's
Anyway.
time for...
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
The best part of the show, Cam's Uppers. It's the place to be.
Fun living is a life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share something very near and dear to my heart, something that's been on my mind that I've been ruminating about, that my mother typically finds
Duller than dirt.
or
Boring. Really depressing.
it's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers.
Is it ever really depressing? I don't think so. This one actually might be.
Oh, great.
I was eating a bowl of oatmeal this morning.
Oh, my God.
And I was cruising through it, just pounding away. And I realized I'm not tasting any of it. You ever do that where you're eating?
Constantly.
Not-
I drank an entire protein shake this morning. Didn't remember drinking it.
You didn't even remember drinking it.
No.
So
It's because I'm doing so many things at once. It's unbelievable.
So I'm eating this fucking thing, and I realize I'm not tasting it. I'm actually, my attention is focused on the spoon entering the bowl, preparing the next spoonful. I don't even taste what's going in.
That's not how you are on your silent retreats.
Certainly not. Every fucking spoonful is like the world is about to end. And so the only one I really tasted was, well, when I acknowledged this, and then really the last one where I put the spoon down and I was actually just enjoying it. And I realized this could easily be the way that people and I can spend my life, where basically I'm cruising through, trying to get to the next thing, and basically waiting for the finale, which is like my death, basically.
Okay. And you wonder why I had the 3 adjectives at the beginning of this conversation to say about the Cam's Uppers.
First of all, it's not boring. It's not depressing either, because what I would say...
Your death? You're waiting for your death. That's what you just said.
I'm saying the awareness of that then allows me to really be conscious of every spoonful that I take. I'm not necessarily needing to get to the next spoonful. I don't need to get to the next day.
I actually understand this in a sense of I allow myself one little pudding a night, as you know, my little treat. And I make the most. I get like a good 25 different little teaspoons out of that thing.
And you really savor every single one of those.
Yeah, you've seen me eat it.
Yeah, I feel like that's very important to really take time to just appreciate the little tiny moments. That's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers, not too depressing.
No, I like that.
I like it too. It's called mindfulness, Cam.
Oh, look at the moot teaching me about mindfulness. Mother, is it time for Just the Tip?
It is just the tip.
This is the segment where we get to share the listener texts and maybe respond if they have a question, if they have a comment. We sometimes share that.
And for those of you who are newbies here, we call our listeners sneaky freaks because we know that in any one of us that are listening to this or are new to it or whatever, there's a little bit of a sneaky freak inside of you.
That's exactly right. I've really been identifying with the sneaky freaks.
Yeah, I know. Well, you
with the nail polish. I'm on the fucking app. I'm on Field. A bunch of sneaky freaks on there.
What about Discord?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, our Discord channel is phenomenal. I'll get to that in a bit.
Okay, you guys. I don't know what a Discord is either, but we'll get to it.
Okay, so we had some texts, and this one comes from Annie. She says, "Hi, Cam and Karen Lee. I listened to your last 3 episodes back to back while coming back from rehearsal, and I've concluded that Cam is actually Charlie Brown."
Wait a second. Charlie Brown?
That one about the airplanes? Cam even said, "I can't stand it," multiple times. Okay. I'm excited for you to meet your new friend, Buddy. My favorite dog in the world was also named Buddy, my cousin's Schnauzer, who was the sweetest and happiest little guy. Final thoughts. I have allergy issues too and have recently been told to take Allegra, which I think is helping more than the Claritin, FYI. Steaming one's nose with rosemary and or other herbs is also great, and I was excited that was mentioned on a later message.
Well, isn't that nice? Now, you were in Charlie Brown as a preteen, I believe.
Oh, and I was not cast as Charlie
You
Brown.
were Schroeder,
That's absolutely right.
which I think makes more sense, actually. You can get into your own little music and your own little world and have Lucy pining away and you have no clue.
I would have a clue. Today, I would have a clue. If
Yeah,
someone's
because you'd have a
pining away.
fucking big boner and you probably could play piano with your dick.
I actually identify with the Charlie Brown situation. You just made yourself laugh at the fucking Schroeder playing the dick piano.
And the visual of you as Schroeder with the dip.
Oh
the dick
my
is so hard. He's
God.
just playing piano.
Oh my God.
Literally, when you have your dick all contorted like that, does it feel like it's hard enough that it can play piano?
What do you mean it contorted?
Well, I don't know what's going on over there.
Doing,
What is
what am I
going
doing?
on?
Contorting my penis?
I don't know what you're doing when you're
You
doing
making knots with it?
it. What are you doing with it?
I'm masturbating and it just doesn't ejaculate.
Okay.
What's so hard to understand about this?
All right, we're not going back there again. I just was curious as to if you could play piano.
No, I 100% can play piano with my hard penis.
That's what I'm guessing.
It would.
That's like you could do like an X-rated version of Schroeder.
Okay, I'm going to make a little Schroeder porn when I get home. Thank you for that inspiration, Annie. And I'm glad that you found me to be similar to Charlie Brown. Does anything ever happen good to Charlie Brown in the end?
No, it's always like a rain clouds over his head.
But then his friends
Who
build
am
him
I?
up.
Am I like Snoopy?
You are definitely Lucy.
I'm Lucy?
Yes, you're Lucy.
Oh, don't even talk about Lucy.
Yeah, you are Lucy, offering your fucking 2 cents, charging people 5 cents for it, and no one really wants it.
I have a bad feeling about Lucy, considering I had dressed up for Halloween one year as Lucy when I normally like to dress
And
up.
I actually dressed up as Charlie Brown that year.
Oh, and I normally want to dress up as something slutty, and I forced myself to do like a branded episode of Sex
Yeah,
Talk
it
with
was
My
for
Mom.
Sex Talk with my mom.
Yeah,
It
and
a
I was not
promotional
happy.
thing.
I was not happy being Lucy. That is a boring outfit. It's not slutty. It's not porn starry. It's nothing.
I recently tried to dress in that Lucy outfit.
What?
Actually. Yeah.
No way.
I was going to a little party and I thought it would be fun to wear that.
Oh no.
I couldn't get out of it. I put it in and I had to take it off immediately because I couldn't breathe and I barely could get out of the fucking thing.
You were wearing my Lucy costume.
I tried to
Why
get
do you
in
even
there.
have it? How is it that you? How is
Well,
it that
you clearly didn't want it.
I threw that thing out. You must have taken it out of the garbage. I don't know where you got it from.
Thank you very much for the allergy advice, by the way. We got a beautiful thread going on our Discord channel that actually is called Sneaky Freak MD.
Oh no.
And you can leave your own remedies there,
No,
which is very helpful.
I cannot any longer. I have seen a therapist about my anxiety, and I was told not to go see a doctor or ruminate on anything that I'm anxious about.
So what are you supposed to do?
Just know I'm fucked up and I move on.
That's exactly what is happening right now.
I'm fucked up and moving on?
I am.
You are?
Yeah, I have lost maybe 90% of the vision that I had at the beginning of this episode.
I can't see shit either.
I can't. Is there something dark in this room?
No, I think it's just that we can't see.
It looks like there's smog or something. I literally can't see you.
Oh my God.
I feel like there's smog in this room.
All right.
Moving on to Drew.
I'll read what Drew said.
Thank you for the message, Annie.
Drew said, where is the best place to find swingers that play bareback, cream pies, and group swapping? I'm Drew. Would love to be in a lifestyle like this.
Drew, thank you so much for that comment about the bareback cream pies and group swapping.
Yeah.
The best I got for you, I got 2 places for you. FetLife.com
Yeah.
and Field. We're going to have a promo code for you for Field, hopefully by the time this episode airs, so you can look in this description of this episode.
Do you even know what a cream pie is?
Do I know what a fucking cream pie is? We interviewed Sarah J. all about cream pies.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I know what a cream pie is, Mother.
Well, go back, Sneaky Freaks, if you don't know what a cream pie is, and listen to our episode with Sarah J. She goes into graphic detail.
Drew, you're a sneaky freak. You belong with the sneaky freaks like me on FetLife and Field.
Just don't do anything that Cam does.
People are into Tantra on that shit, and I think that's what's kind of been revving my engines about it, too.
Okay, well, maybe go to an experienced leader. Sort of like taking ayahuasca without the shaman.
That's exactly what I felt like I was
doing. You should not
doing.
be experimenting with your dick, causing all kinds of contortions going on in the
It's
blood
not
vessels.
contortions.
You should not be doing this.
Do you think I'm tying it into like a little circle upon itself?
If there was a perfect reason to not do it, it's your blue balls.
Okay. Tom says halitosis is better than no breath at all.
Thank you, Tom. You're referring to my bad breath, which Cam has now made me completely paranoid about.
I love that comment. I think that is hilarious.
Thank you, Tom.
The breath is your chi.
You know what?
What?
We're not going to go back into that.
No, we're not going to go into that.
All right, Cecilia.
Cecilia's back. She says, I'm a millennial that agrees with Karen Lee. I love a good targeted ad. It comes in handy. This is referring to your comment about Instagram, how you love when you're talking about something, they hear you, and then they give you the targeted ad for that.
I like that.
Yeah, so does Cecilia.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting, the other day I went down the rabbit hole trying to find the perfect blanket. I have not found it, but I have now spent hundreds of dollars on blankets. All I do is spend my money on blankets and Botox. That's it. Blankets and Botox, the two Bs.
You need another spin-off podcast called Blankets and Botox. Cassie says, had an absolute blast. Must be on the Sneaky Freak patron party that we had.
Oh, right.
Wanted to tell Mom that I listened to the episode with Dr. Nancy Sutton-Pierce on squirting a couple of days ago, and I learned so much. I especially like the part about touching the end of your nose as light as possible and using that to measure how lightly you should touch a person's clit.
That came from my friend Nina Hartley.
Got the opportunity to encourage my hubby in the direction of light touch for some afternoon delight, and I'll tell you what, that's the trick.
So for those of you who don't know what that is, think about the amount of pressure that you're putting on your penis when you masturbate.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Well, what I'm trying to say is you don't like it getting really rough, especially at the beginning. You want to make
it
not at the very beginning.
Okay.
If someone got real rough with you at the beginning, you might be like taken aback.
Okay, go on.
So with a clit, it's just it's a miniature penis, so you want to take it very lightly, and then even as light as it is,
your voice is going very lightly right now.
As light as you take it that much lighter.
Okay.
There's a lot of nerve endings there, and
so you want to go so light.
Yeah, it's almost like a tickle at first.
A tickle.
And if she don't like that, then she'll tell you she wants it a little bit more than a tickle. What's more than a tickle? A pickle.
So you what's with the end of the nose? You put your finger on the end of the nose.
Yeah, so touch it like you touch the end of your nose. You wouldn't be like slapping at it.
You wouldn't be smashing
biting
it down. Sometimes I do a nice little rub like this, where I put my whole fist against it like that.
Oh my God, who are you talking about right now? Yourself?
Yeah, this could be quite.
You're rubbing your nose?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about genitals right now.
No, we're talking about noses.
All right.
Okay, anyway, she goes on to say, thanks to the show, I feel more comfortable communicating about sex with my man, and we have reached new heights.
I love that.
Simultaneously listening to shameless sex and sex talk with my mom is how I have learned to open up vocally and physically.
Yay.
Thanks again, y'all. Tonight was a blast as always. We fucking love you, Cassie.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad that you enjoy our show, and it's improving your sex life, allowing you to open up vocally and physically. And I love that you're listening to Shameless Sex. Big shout out to them. Love their podcast.
Yeah.
Another of our
Pleasure
podcasts. You want to read
Laura says, hey, Cam, I have been a student of Zen Buddhism for many years. If you ever want to have a conversation about how the idea of casual hookups meshes with Buddhist ideas, I would be down for that. I have my thoughts on the subject as I'm divorced twice and was not in a relationship at the start of COVID, so have been enjoying a year of celibacy. There is a lot to unpack when it comes to sex and Buddhism. That's Laura saying that.
Laura, I would love to have this conversation with you.
We also already had a conversation about sex in the Buddhist philosophy.
We did. Kate Spina.
Yep.
Love her.
Yeah.
That was an episode on this podcast.
Spina is spelled
S-P-I-N-A.
Yeah.
And Laura, if you want to have this conversation over, I think it would be interesting to have this on Discord, actually. Cool. And so we're opening up our Discord to all the Sneaky Freak communities.
Oh, that's very nice of us.
Just check the link in this episode's description for that Discord channel.
Why don't you talk about what a Discord is? Because for those
It's
of
a community
us
that allows
don't
you
know.
to talk.
So what is it?
You get to connect with the other Sneaky Freaks out there. And
I understand
it's
about
a
that.
chat room. It's a bunch of chat rooms.
So it's like AOL chat.
I don't know if it's AOL chat.
Do you remember AOL chat?
Are you talking about AIM?
Yeah,
AOL Instant
yeah,
Messenger?
yeah.
It's not like that because it's a chat room where multiple people are talking at once.
So you go to discord.com.
And you look up Sex Talk with My Mom, or just go into the episode description of this episode. And some of the rooms are patron only. Most of them are patron only. There will be a few that you can that are for the general public that you can participate in.
But it also gives you good reason to join Patreon. Patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. You'll get Sneaky Freak exclusive stuff like Discord and past content that was only seen on Patreon before or heard on Patreon before.
And we do a monthly Zoom, and it's a super fucking fun Zoom hangout with a bunch of Sneaky Freaks.
And it's a way that you can help support this podcast because we do this all for free.
That's exactly right. So please check us out at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. Also in the episode description.
It's Patreon.
And of course, welcome to our newest patron, Jody. Thank you for joining the mix.
Thank you, Jody.
Great to see you.
And welcome, you little sneaky freak.
And then we have a review. And now we love when you leave us rating and reviews. It's a wonderful way to help our show and keep this machine rolling on rainbows.
This particular review I thought was so wonderful that I put it on our Instagram. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
I got so moved by it, and I'd like to read it.
Read it, Wim.
Sex Talk with My Mom is an honest, open-minded, and lighthearted show where this dynamic mom, that's why I love it, and son duo venture into topics that we all could talk about more. The community of listeners is supportive, hilarious, and could be adopted family just like the hosts.
Oh, I completely agree.
I do too. If you want to learn a little, laugh a lot, and enjoy a great community, this pod is definitely binge-worthy. Experienced STWMM binge listener, 5 stars, and thank you for KHKHARGETT.
We love you so much.
Yeah, we do.
This was a beautiful, beautiful review. And we're delighted that you're part of this Sneaky Freak family. It is such a sweet, supportive group of people. It makes me, I'm honored to even be part of the community.
Oh,
Truly. It's they're such sweet, open-hearted, open-minded people.
individuals. Yeah. You gotta really check out Patreon.com and meet the Sneaky Freaks.
They are Sneaky Freaks. I really love them. Okay. And I think that's it, Mom. I think we should wrap it up over here.
All right.
Our time has come to an end.
It went by really quick today. I'm so sorry.
You're so sorry for what?
That we didn't, do more.
Okay. Well, maybe tune in next week.
Yeah, if you guys have show ideas or topics that you want us to get into, just text us. It's a free text line, which is
310-356.
3920.
You got it.
And when we typically do read quite a few of these out loud.
And please do us a favor and share this with a friend.
Oh, we have a little contest still going on before Mother's Day.
If you want Uber Lube, we're giving away some Uber Lube. Just tag your parent or child, or could be any loved one.
I actually opened up to friend recently.
Okay, do it.
'Cause sometimes friends are more like parents, and parents are more like, and friends are more like children.
Just share it with a friend. Hashtag Sneaky Freaks. You put this in any one of our
social media
posts on Instagram in the comment section. We're going to see it, and you'll be entered to win an Uber Lube, baby.
Yeah, it'll be fun for you guys. And you can also find us on TikTok. And if you want to respond there, just let us know there. TikTok is Sex Talk with My Mom as well.
All right, Mother.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and ejaculating with your peenies.
There it is.
You knew I was going to bring that up.
Of course. How could we not? All right.
Love
Thank
you
you for
guys.
listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.